How many times have we been on TikTok scrolling, looking at nothing for
Mhm.
hours and hours, and you look up, you like, dang, I was supposed to be doing this. Or, oh, it's like almost like a spirit of delay almost, and it keeps you just bound. You're thinking, okay, I was supposed to start cleaning my house. You got distracted. You're on your phone for an hour and a half, and it's just a sense of procrastination.
Mhm.
Sleep. Years, I did a podcast episode maybe 2 3 years back. I'm actually thinking about it, and I actually need to take the advice given in that episode. And it was talking about from a sleep specialist, and she talked about as you are winding down, you need to start removing all technology. You maybe need to be away from technology from like maybe up to an hour or so before you actually lay down. And something that is hard for me to do because sometimes I have my phone and just kind of like when I just am just dead tired, I'll go to sleep. Exactly.
Mhm. Mhm.
So just picking your brain and of course a little bit of the book, because well, does the book talk about sleep?
Yeah, the book addresses sleep a little bit, right? There's good data on the impact both of like blue light on our brain, like it's a really activating light for whatever reason,
Mhm.
and also the content and the stimulation, right? And so the current recommendation is that you actually have about 3 hours phone free before you go to bed. In the book, there are really specific instructions for no phone zone times, right? And one of the instructions is that your phone no longer sleeps in your bedroom, right? So if you use your phone for an alarm, say goodbye, get something new, get an old timey alarm, one of those like blinky clocks, right? Like something that you can hit, right? Like get a hatch or whatever it is that like I have one that like does this like natural sunrise. It's glorious, right? But uh, having your phone in your room is about the same as me keeping a bottle of Jack Daniels next to my bedside or me keeping like a pile of blow next to my bedside. Like, yeah, there's a good chance I can say no to it, but like if it's there and I'm like smelling just that little bit of Jack every morning, right? And if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh God, like weird dream, and then there it is, right? Like, God, that's just an easy reach, right? So we want the phone out of your reach so that your brain has time to make a different decision, right? Like if it's that close, your brain's just going to go on autopilot and pretty soon you're on TikTok again and 4 hours go by and then you're like, fuck, I was supposed to be sleeping, right? Or like, fuck, this is actually like a great time for me to like fool around, like say you're in bed with your partner and like what you're doing is scrolling TikTok and your partner's like, but I'm trying to like do some sexy time, right? Like you're going to miss that bid for affection.